What's going on YouTube? EarthPower here, bringing you guys our final Duel series ever. So, here with Christian Van, CVH, you know him, you love him. And we've got our two open decks that we actually competed with at the Open at Winter Champs.
A month ago.
About a month ago, yeah.
We are finally getting this.
So, we played in top 4. We only played 2 games. You wound up scooping to me so that I could go to the finals and play David.
So I'm a great guy.
And yeah, won an iPad out of it. It was pretty cool.
But you still haven't actually set up.
I haven't even touched it.
Wow.
Yep. So we're going to get into the deck profiles of our 2 decks that we used. You were on Light Water Dark Tempo, and I was running Light Water Fire Dragons. And then we'll have our 5-game series and talk a bit at the end. So
Sweet.
Let's get right into the list.
So I ran Light Water Dark Tempo in the main event too, but a lot of things were different because obviously the metagames were pretty drastically different actually.
Yeah.
For the main event I ran a lot of Slayers and Blind Reveal Primes because they're like the most powerful cards you can run, and also I didn't really have an answer to Dracomech, which I guess this deck also kind of suffers from, but in this format you can run Scarecrow Gloom Hollow, which is definitely one of the main ways to counter Dracomech. It just gets one effect off and then it can never get past it if they don't have like Comet Missile. Also, no one was really running Dracomech. I don't fully understand it, but
yeah. Talk about that metagame for a little bit, just what we expected versus what we saw.
So I didn't really expect Bant Tempo like Light Water Nature because I felt like people knew that Dracomech beat it, so they just wouldn't try to attempt it. So that's why I felt fine without Slayers. I could like get by with other decks without Slayers, and I didn't really feel like I'd face Bant because Rush would be there. It turns out there was not no Light Water Nature Tempo, and also no Rush. So basically, it was just like me with the 1 tempo deck in the room, so like half the remaining field on dragons.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what did you play against? Because I wound up playing against like 4 rushes back to back, like rounds 2 through 5.
I played against a rush deck, but it wasn't what I expected. It was like a cool Fire Dark variant, but it just couldn't get there in time because Gloom Hollow came down a lot on turn 3, and then Screeching would pop like the Vortex Evo guy.
Yeah, but what we did see a lot of was Control.
Yeah, I saw like half the field was like Haven variants, and the other half was like different Dragon variants, and a lot of them were like sort of clunky. Like I think Finbar is a staple, so. You know, sue me, unless you're running Aggro, obviously, but... So, like, I don't know, I just played against a lot of Haven decks, most of which I could beat very easily if they were, like, the upper than 50 card versions, and a lot of Dragon decks, which you can sort of just have to, like, grind it out against. But, yeah, it was a welcome change. I didn't have to play against too many 40 card decks. It was great.
It's neat to see, too, the evolution of Light Water Dark over time, because that's always been, like, almost a staple deck seasons 1 through 4. And with Open, like, I guess with the rotation, that's what I'm trying to get towards. The rotation that happened in May, we didn't really get to see, like, back in May, I guess the main, like, kill cards, you were still running 3 Andromeda in this kind of deck. Some were running Squillless Scourge.
Oh, Light Water Dark never ran 3 Andromedas. It was usually 2 in one squash.
Exactly, but they were, like, running it. Yeah. And now you see, like,
a lot of people did take it out,
like, Open, you know, coming out, like, this guy from Vortex, I actually see him play if you want to talk about him.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I played him in the main event too. Joe Bass told me it was really good, and I just went on faith because I didn't test it all for either event. And as it turns out, it's really good. If you go first especially, you can just sort of play 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, and then draw like 4 cards. The most I ever drew with him, I think was in a fun game, it was like 7 cards off of him, which is just insane. Because you're also putting a body down. You don't really have time to cast Reverberate, and it's also a dual civ, so you don't really want to put it in mana either. Like, you put this in mana, at least it's a mono civ, like you can top deck it and you're not screwed off plays. I only ran like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 multi-civs or something. Yeah, it's right.
Looks like 1, 2, 5, 8. Yep.
Alright, so that was a good thing.
And
just
then
now revisiting this.
And now Sasha being the card versus Andromeda and Squillless, much sooner and much more effective.
Yeah, I mean, mostly these were the kill cards back in the day, and those 2 that you just mentioned were just like to stabilize in case they accidentally pushed you to late game or whatever. You couldn't stop them in time, so you just drop one of them and hopefully get there. But you can just play the aggro out and spray and pray with that, which is something you do a lot, especially against dragons, because they can't answer, like, decks can't answer, nothing can answer Sasha, really, so don't even want to say a specific deck there, you just play it and pray.
Yeah, and now that we have access to Arbiters, and even, like, going back to just, like, open stuff.
The Arbiter's pretty crazy.
Arbiter's insane for, like, this kind of stuff. It was just, you know, the card that all these kind of tempo decks wanted back in the day. And we saw, I mean, obviously Arbiter gets played in everything now, even in Standard. But then we're seeing the resurgence of open cards. You talked about Scarecrow with Gloom Hollow, but how good was Screeching?
Oh, Screeching was nuts. The only rush deck I played against was the deck that ran like the Dual Civ Fire Dark guy from the new set, which was a cool card. Like, it had synergy with all the discard effects he was running, but then he'd play it, double break once, and then I'd drop Screeching and 3-for-1 him, and then the game was generally over at that point. It's just a card that no one really expected because I guess people forgot about Evo Fury.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like looking at this deck versus like Light Water Dark from I don't know 6 months ago till Light Water Dark a month ago at the Open. Like it's neat to see the combination of open cards with the new stuff. So
because Rush is like a 50-50 matchup. It's like the second worst matchup to Light Water Nature Tempo. So like if you have a Screeching available to play with you in Open, you better play it because you need all the things you can get against aggro. Even though I only ran two Striders because I was like, no one's going to really run aggro. I didn't see anything there. So yeah, and I also took out one Terra Pit for the one Mesmerize because it was better in every matchup that wasn't aggro. I could play this against controller dragons and actually screw up their plays pretty badly. And that was something. Other things I got flag for with no primes, but I didn't really run Enforcers because I didn't feel like I needed the Slayers against the Bant decks that weren't there.
well, it's funny.
Also no Predator Rusalkas at all because this one is better, and there's only two of them, which is kind of weird too, but it worked.
Yeah, seeing Rusalka come back is fresh.
These cards were insane because everyone was running the pile, and they actually triggered like all the time.
I want to mention something about Blinder Beetle Prime though. Andrew Veen, I believe, was the guy who was there. He's talking about how he wondered, even in a standard, why Blinder Beetle Prime was still seeing so much use. He said the most criminally underplayed card there too was and I'm just getting off ball now. I'm just talking.
Go for it.
But
this is our last chance.
What was the card that you wanted to test for Fire Nature mid range? The bug.
Oh yeah, Arachnomech.
Arachnomech. Yeah, he said it was the most criminally underplayed card in standard and probably one of the best cards that they had tested prior to Vortex coming out.
I built an Arachnomech deck, but I play tested 0 games for the championship, so I didn't want to go in with a random Nature Dark Fire deck that I thought was pretty good on paper. I also felt like more people would run aggro than they would, and that was another deck that just didn't have answer to Dracomech, so I couldn't play it. It seemed pretty good against everything else, but Dracomech was too fast and too big for it.
And then see Mono Green come out and flying colors to a top 8 and one of them winning.
Yeah, dude, no Dracomechs. I kind of get it that people didn't want to buy the set, but if anyone had played Dracomech against a Mono Green deck, the game would have been over. Just can't beat it. It's insane. The only reason I beat Vortex Evers and stuff like that was because of Gloom Hollow. I didn't even have to play against him. I had the Slayers for the main deck because I was like, people are going to run Dracomech, but then most of the time they just didn't slay anything. So,
alrighty.
So, time.
Yeah, I guess we'll fade over to me and then talk about mine.
And we're back with EarthPower's deck.
Hey guys. So, I decided to run Dragons for the Open. Just because I had everything available to me. I still had all of Spencer's stuff from when he left for Ireland. So
that's a fair reason.
Might as well put it all together since it's literally the only Open stuff that I brought with me. And it turned out really nice. I wound up winning the whole thing.
On that note, I have to say thanks to Rob Gruber for letting me borrow some Lyras.
Yes, and I have to say thank you to Ryan Last for literally helping me build this deck last minute. Turns out I didn't bring birds with me.
Thank God for Canada.
Yeah, I didn't have heralds. We went up to Ryan Last's room and just kind of pulled everything out of. You should have seen the sheer amount of cards that they just had in their room. It was insane. So, but Ryan Last helped me build the deck. Shout outs to Levi, I guess Matheson. I think I'm saying that correctly.
Sure.
Since they were most of his cards that I wound up borrowing for the event, and then wound up playing a whole bunch of Rush decks in Swiss, and then Matt Robinson, who I think was on.
He was on the pile, and I know this because he had the advantage game 3, and then you bottled into Cassiopeia.
That's right. So, yes, I played Matt Robinson.
That was a crazy thing to watch.
Played Light Water Dark in top 4, and then David DiLorenzo in the finals, which is up on the channel.
He was also running pile.
Check that out. But, let's get into the list. Shout-outs to Corey Gaudreau for last minute helping me decide to put this guy in, which was an MVP for me against Rush literally all day. Because I had no idea I'd play against 4. I knew Rush was going to be there, but...
why'd you run bottle?
Rounds 2 through 5. It was just played every single Rush that there was. And this guy just MVP. There was literally, I think I played Dan Cato where I dropped this guy on 5 and just had to pray on a Shield Blast, either Arbiter or War Chief, and then War Chief drops. And Furnace kills, drops an Andrew on his turn, then I attack another guy on his turn, drop a second Andrew. It was literally insane. So, really cool interactions that this guy gave me in Open and stuff that Corey saw, again, last minute after Ryan Last helped me put the entire deck together. Corey's like, you should run this guy, and I ran that guy. The basic cores here, it's pretty much standard Dragons from when you guys saw it before. Not too much has changed. 2 Jump Jets, because it's
Rush.
insanity. Yeah, it's just Rush, and this guy's awesome. And for some reason, nobody was running this.
I was running it.
You were literally the only person running this.
know.
I never saw this card.
People really
all
hate
day.
good cards.
It was like I just never saw the cards, so it
I
just,
saw a lot
it
of
just
bad
worked
cards.
out
I don't
really,
see the
really
good
well.
ones.
Like I was always able to like prepare. Like a couple people were running Finbar. Like Matt Robinson was actually running it in his deck, I believe.
His deck was a million
and
cards.
then the person I played round 1 was just a like it was this weird light water dark thing. But I was always able to play around Finbar because everything just drops so much sooner, and I make it cheaper with birds. 3-Strider came in.
So here's a weird decision. I don't know if you expected as much pile as there were, because I didn't expect that many piles.
No.
But you didn't run 3 laws. I assume you
right.
would have run at least 2 if you knew.
Yes, if I had known that everybody was going to be on pile, I would have run 3 laws. Or I mean,
at least more than 1.
That being said, like I said, my
I think it's much better than Logo Scan
like,
against that field.
It was literally all rush and all pile. So like laws is crap against rush, really good against pile. I only faced the 2 piles in top 8 and then in the finals, and this laws actually paid off a lot. And
really
the match
good.
you saw against David DiLorenzo, the 2 games I won was where I dropped laws.
Yeah, also
on
he
4 or
played
5.
a lot of spells that he shouldn't have been playing.
He did. He had to, I mean...
a ton. No, he
that
didn't.
being
We
said,
saw his hand.
When you, like, ramp up to Haven, like, I think he definitely made a misplay in the game 1.
He crystal memoried
just
for another spell.
Memoried into another spell, yeah, and to reverberate instead
That was
of,
awful.
Haven, because I wouldn't have been able to get over that at all. But, like, this loss paid off a ton. And the Logo Scan was amazing, too, because even against the rush decks, I was just able to, like, dirtle on turn 3. Like
Nothing you want to do against rush like Dirtle.
Yeah, and I mean,
Sure.
like, I mean, you set up Strider on turn 2, you Logos into whatever, and then, you know, Bird, Herald, whatever. Like, you get there, and then Jump Jets is great on turn 5 after you, like, Logos into whatever you need. So that worked out a couple times, and I just had to run it because Ricky Gross created it, so...
Oh yeah, a little...
it just paid off.
Fourth thing.
Only
2 Arbiters, 2 Arbiters, 1 Star Spark. I think
Yes,
that's weird,
2 Arbiters,
personally.
1 Star Spark. I did make that executive decision. Again, this is me going back and forth with Corey Gaudreau. Originally, it was 3
I knew
Arbiters.
Corey would be the one to say 2 Arbiters is fine.
I think 3
Jesus
Arbiters.
Christ.
In the end, like, I probably should have gone 3 Arbiter, 1 War Chief, because I think that just would have been better. Every time that War Chief happened, like,
Yeah, then you worry about Fireman.
literally done the same thing. But yeah, War Chief did provide that fire, so I wound up going the 2-2. And then I did want to run 1 Star Spark, like, guaranteed, because I knew Pile was going to be there in some sort of fashion. I knew we were going to find a couple of those. And then it was just curving out the top end.
Why do you run these guys?
3 Andrew is necessary for something like this, especially with all the rush decks. It just paid off in dividends.
We got to talk about people thinking Andrew's broken. It's not broken. It's just
really
that
not.
in Dragons you run 3 because it's the only way you can reliably beat Rush. And in the pile, I don't know why you're playing that deck, but I guess you have to run Andromeda.
Right, and I mean, that being said, like, there were so many rush decks that I probably should have lost to. Honestly, I think I won more games out of people not realizing their interactions versus, like...
I'm panning. No, I'm just panning up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I won more games out of people not realizing that their cards, like, interacted in certain ways versus actually, like, not, you know? Like,
That's literally how I won that trophy.
It's just, like, they just didn't realize, like, instead of dropping 2 creatures on board and setting up for, like, a game-winning blow on turn 4 or 5, they just summon the Evo on top of their dude, double break, and then let me do things. Like, it was just really, really weird. Like, especially when these rush decks had hands, and I knew they could summon multiple guys. It just, I don't know.
The deck's actually all spells and evolutions.
Yeah, it was just really, really weird. I don't think rush decks were built as optimally as they should have been, because as many as I faced, I should have lost to at least 1.
Like, I just would have taken Yusuf's deck from PA and put Blaze Belchers in and called it a day. That's basically all you have to do. Common Missile, that's a good one.
And then, like you said, Dracomech was just
dude, the
criminally
card is so
underplayed
good.
in open.
I mean, it's not even like it's so good because it has counters. Like, it has Gloomhowl and Open, but, like, even in Standard, too, like, it was just so ready for that meta. And
yeah, and I mean, as many people were running Bone Blades, too. Bone Blades, like, that's why Dracomech, you run Dracomech, because Bone Blades targets that, and all of a sudden you've just got a bunch of dudes that are just coming in for him anyways. Like, they have to waste the Bone Blades on the big guy.
This card's really the only counter for it. Gloomhowl is basically
literally the only counter.
And Slayers. But people weren't running Slayers.
Exactly. I can't think that I saw anyone running this outside of, like, DiLorenzo and Robinson, like, their pile decks. But even then, those pile decks were like 60+ cards. It was insane. People
I tried to take against Rush, man.
It was something else. But I was really proud of this.
How many cards is your deck?
40.
How many?
40. Had to be 40.
You could have gone to 41 for the 3rd Arbiter.
Probably.
You're talking about taking out cards.
It's just...
Stop thinking.
I know. It was something else. But, I mean, the deck, it's exactly Dragons that you saw from before. And the only changes, I think, like... that I probably could have made. This probably could have been something else. I don't think he really did what Andrew couldn't do never. Like, he was just big for some
I mean, I always found out in
reasons.
Dragons that you have to run like one fire card you don't really want to run, but you run it anyway. Like, it's always something.
Yeah. And I think there was a time where this guy powered him up big enough to kill something that I needed it to.
Yeah, that also happened.
Literally one time that happened, so that was kind of cool.
What were your bottle hits? Because you ran bottle and I didn't. I think I was the only person there not running bottle. If you ran water...
I didn't realize that. We didn't mention that at all.
It's not good in my deck. People think it's good in my deck, but it's just not. It's trash in my deck. Like, you never hard cast it. If you're hard casting on turn 5, your hand is so bad you should probably just concede.
Bottle, I think, I can't...
I mean, that's for my deck. For your deck, it makes more sense. But for my deck, my only giant threat is Lyra and an evolution.
So I can't remember Bottle being super insane. There were just a couple of really
good
plays.
You did win the match.
Matt Robinson, I bottled into a cast on turn 4 or 5, which was really, really good.
The game was over.
That was a hard cast, too. That was a hard cast bottle because I literally had no plays. I can't remember if he mesmerized me or whatever, but I just had no plays that game. And bottling the cast won it for me. And then there were a couple rush games where just bottle dropped a random dude and it helped a lot. So
makes sense.
But,
That's what bottle does.
Like, I can't remember it being super insane except for the one match against Robinson.
Your deck also runs more dudes than mine. You run like 4 or 5 spells, and I run much more.
Literally, my only spells are the 3 piercing and the storm spark.
Well, you have jump jets actually, so
Logos and jump jets too. Okay, so it's a little bit more. 8 spells. Yeah. So. Not bad. It was a lot of fun.
Alright, so I run 9, so I'm kind of
enjoy
on
playing it. It was nice to kind of get back to the roots of Dragon when we were kind of playing around with the tempo versions in Season 3. So, felt good, and it wound up winning. So
sweet.
We're going to get into the match here. Like I said, CVH and I went 1-1 in top 4. We never actually played out our third game because they started doing this weird prize thing.
Yeah, right.
So,
now we're going to play 5 of our third games.
Yeah, we're going to play 5 and see who should have taken it. So, we'll get into that. We'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back.
Shuffle on cameras, people don't know I'm cheating. Like all those Star City Games files.
Yeah, that was insane. Whatever came of that?
Guy got banned.
Oh, good.
One of the guys lost his Player of the Year title.
Did Foxman ever get his unbanned?
Who cares? Because you
I know, but he got banned for cheating Christian, apparently. Or not you, Spencer.
Yeah,
and the other guy.
Just in general.
Forgot what happened.
I mean, yeah, he got banned for like a while, but he's
We
probably
can
not
talk
banned.
about whatever we want now.
I know. Are we going to?
We can.
Yeah, he got banned from Wizards events, but it's the only game he played was Kaijudo.
What's his name? Something Fox?
John Fox. Yeah, that was a weird match.
I also feel bad for Jerry Thompson, who just couldn't play this game anymore.
Yeah, he went to Wizards, he's like, I can't wait to get back and brew some Kaijudo. Just kidding, game's dead.
Poor guy. That was probably one of the funniest people who got shit on.
Oh, poor Jerry.
And CLG just fell apart at the end.
Remember that one time he made the Sinister Six? That great team that was going to take over the competitive aspect of Kaijudo, and the game died 2 days. Yeah, it became Sinister 7 because of Jerry, but then the game died 2 days after the team assembled. And then we were all going to go to Champs and win it, but only like 3 of us ever went to Champs.
Yeah. It's literally Yumi and Joe Bass.
Yep, Sinister 3.
Hey, we did one. You didn't. Sorry.
Whatever.
I think I'll probably go first.
Where are you going?
Get my wristbands.
I already won my Champs, so you and Joe need to catch up next Champs. Good luck.
Joe's got 3 top 8s.
Yeah.
That's insane.
My top 8.
2 top 8s and a top 4.
Yep.
I've got 1 top 8 in the second place. Damn it,
so you have a top 8 and a second. I have a first and a top 4. Destroyed.
You still beat me by 5 points overall.
I know. I scooped you like 4 events, Carl.
I scooped you like a handful.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Like 0 times.
There has to be at least 1.
I'm pretty sure
it's
there's
season
not.
1.
Oh, season 1. Yeah, there's 1. Okay.
There is 1.
All right. Back when I was awful. Season 1.
Butthole.
All right. You going first?
Yeah.
I need that. I need the draw. You didn't even show me your hand. Are we supposed to make a tap?
Oh yeah.
Or how to play Kaijudo
I
well?
forgot. I don't really. I don't think it matters.
I mean, it's fun. It's kind of, unless you don't want to, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's up to you. It's really up to you.
The hand's actually pretty good.
Might as well brag.
I like it. This probably going down. Like the fact that I know what his deck is, like I kind of want to hold on to it, but then again, like my plays are really good, and since I'm going first, I don't really care. So let's go now. Go ahead.
So there's a lot of things we don't really want to play in this hand, or that we actually can't play. But that's fine because it's Kaijudo, and by the time we reach like turn 3 or 4, we'll have like a multitude of options. And I'm serious.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so like, as much as these are both probably going down, like, The fact that we don't have a certain other card in our hand means we can put this down. And thank you. You just drank my water?
No, I drink hot water.
Okay. And these are definitely the power cards in our hand for the situation. So we're probably going to get to those in a couple turns.
This is probably helpful because otherwise we would just be making mistakes without thinking about our hands.
Yeah. That's why I like streaming, because I don't think when I don't. It's not true at all.
Alright, 1 cheek down, optimal fire mana, as we talked about. Go.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't think I ever hardcast this at all on during the open.
So the hand didn't get better yet, but we have potential lines of play later. So just to get all our mana colors down, we're going to play a Terra Pit and pass.
Draw. So we're coming into good things. Like, the setup could be good down the line. Like, this has gotta net us something good. I think I just want to throw this down because I don't see this happening anytime soon, and these two are a lot more valuable over the next couple of turns. So I think this has to go down right now. Oh, top 3 for the logos.
Maybe I hear you talk about it, and then I don't really pay attention to what you're actually playing.
So,
yeah. So I'm wondering if he's going to go bird aggro me here.
Really good.
Is he going to bird aggro me? He knows I run like a million blasts.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think I can right now. Like,
could.
the setup, like, over the next 2 turns, I think is necessary to keeping Lux. So if Lux can stick around for another turn or 2, I'll feel a lot safer about just getting in his face. Cheeks, as it were.
Is my go?
Yeah, it's your play. Take longer on your turn so I can take this under.
So now we drew a playable card that we kind of do want to play. But I don't feel great about doing that.
Good.
I think what I have to do is put down Arbiter and actually play Mesmerize, because it is the one of, and it's like the only time I actually have time to play it and not facing a lot of pressure. Alrighty, so Hyperspeed's probably coming down.
Yeah, good news is that I get to make one play, but I know he's going to take the play that I do want to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, card's too good. Wish I had 2.
Well, I don't know about that.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
Ah,
Targeting's not a big issue.
I guess that's
I'm glad you don't
sort
have
of
a
fair.
Nyx.
Yeah, Nyx would be insane right now. But sadly, it's not the case. I mean, these 2 are like not doing much to you right now.
I can't
but
take those, I don't think. Hyperspeed could be good, but... Alright, so here's the hand. Laws could just sit there until he Finbars, which is the only reason I wouldn't take it. Or the only reason I would take it. That's like kind of a big enough issue as it is, because I don't have a board, I can't piercing him. If I had piercing and a guy on board, that would be better. I would let him have that. Oh no, because I could just do that with Hyperspeed and it'd be even easier. Yeah, I'll probably just take Laws and...
Yeah.
Hyperspeed is like, we want to be able to do this sometime soon.
Right, Laws just lets me be aggro too. Like, I just start getting in your face and your Shield Blasts all of a sudden are netting me advantage. If you play them.
Yeah, a lot of them are gone out of mana.
Ah, good news everybody, we drew a good one.
Ooh!
Triple.
Same as Hyperspeed right now.
Yep.
Except worse.
So now it just makes plays awkward for you.
Alright, so he does have a Hyperspeed and a Finbar. And we kind of got to worry about a ton of things happening.
Finbar's going to come down next turn because it's the best dragon.
So here's what we're looking at. Now that we have 2 of these, we're going to put one in mana and play one. And then eventually we can use these if we need to like clear or stabilize or whatever might come up. Lost Patrols, Abound. That's kind of what I did last turn, but I had to Mesmerize in case you drew a Nyx.
That's
Here you go.
Big things.
That's like the most resilient card. That's why I ran this over Slayers in the open event, because this card is just, you need to run it to deal with dragons. It's the only thing that ties with Herald on turn 3. That's not a Sword Horn, obviously, because that'd be great.
Yeah, Sword Horn would be even more of a pain.
So you obviously drew a multi-civ. And he's deciding whether he wants to put Finbar or Herald down.
I think what we'll do here...
I mean,
Like,
Finbar or Hyperspeed, my bad.
Yeah. I think we just sort of set up for the future and hope that his 5-drop or whatever he does on his next turn isn't insane.
He does know my 5-drop slot is kind of weak. Like, the best I can do on turn 5 on curve is, like, place Ophelia and draw, like, 2 cards.
What I expect is going to happen is piercing. Which if he does that, I guess I kind of don't want to hold on to this. So I'd rather have at least one more guy on board. So I think we kind of have to do this.
Finbar down.
Herald. And that'll make it
That's a Hyperspeed. I misspoke earlier.
That makes it your play.
Alrighty, so he could have a number of things in his hand that are spicy. And it really sucks that I want to keep all of my hand. I mean, he could just have another Finbar, but that wouldn't have been that big of a decision. So it's hard to tell. He could have like a tab card and he's waiting for me to overextend and play something else on the board. This is weird because I'm gonna do this. This is definitely the play. I think I have to keep this, just in case I shake the camera anymore. This is like almost iffy at this point, but I think the odds are higher of me playing it than this. So one of those is going down. But like he could just have another Finbar.
We're going down.
I'm yelling Finbar.
I'm just saying two totally different songs.
No, that's the Finbar song, right?
Oh, I was saying We're Going Down from Wally.
Oh, I thought it was It's Going Down. I'm yelling Finbar.
We're going down to the ground.
I think we just accept that if he had two Finbars, then we're kind of screwed. But that's like fine, because he has 3 guys on board, and we expect to be screwed with double Finbar, right? And like, the other play would kind of lose to other things, like, would it?
Turmoil.
The other play's not that much better, which is the problem here. Maybe we don't do that one at all. I mean, if he has like a tap card, he doesn't have another dragon unless he top
I can see your face right now. I love like the thinking pose of card game players where you just put both hands into your face.
Deep in the tank.
Yeah.
This is like this is the decision that could wreck me if I play it wrong or he has the right amount of cards.
This is the decision that could wreck them.
So he doesn't, I'm gonna not play around Herald because he doesn't have a piercing and a dragon yet. Oh man.
Yeah, that's always a safe move. That's what I realized a lot of players who like played me with Rush and like other like control things did too. Like I wouldn't have a hand, but I'd have a Herald on board, and they would still play around the Herald, which I just never understood. It was just like, it was just weird.
Well, you'd always play around the Herald even though you didn't have a dragon. Like getting the
It's
9 man, like oh god, like, my drop Andromeda.
Exactly. Think of what I could do next turn. I can draw a card, even if I have Andromeda. Like, well, I guess piercing works.
Yeah,
but
piercing
like,
Andromeda. That's like the only
piercing
thing.
Andromeda.
Yeah, they're
literally,
so low.
Exactly, but like, it's just, I don't know. It was just weird. Like people just were too safe sometimes when I don't think they should have been.
He clearly has a Finbar, or he clearly has a piercing. He's waiting for me to play another thing. All right, so like I know I'm probably gonna regret this. No, I can't do that. I'll regret it so hard.
It's just scoop.
I'm gonna do the first thing. I'm gonna play that in Bone Blades. I'm not gonna summon Loss.
Bone Blades, a lot.
There you go. It has to go sometimes. Sometime.
Alright. Well, I guess I can't piercing you. You have
I
two
don't
hand.
think it could. It wouldn't be good, but yeah.
Yeah. I guess what I'll just do is drop the Finbar that I drew last turn.
Double Finbar. And you worried about putting one down? Jesus Christ.
I
So
know.
greedy.
I know it. That's so bad.
So now I just need like a million blasts.
I think
or
Hyperspeed
one
is
blast.
more valuable right now, so I think
That
I want
seems
to attack
correct.
with that first and draw it.
Because you're at like the mana where you can Sky Crusher soon.
And that's your book.
Alright, so I'm only at 5, which is not great. I have to put down...
Wait.
What? What?
Okay, never mind. I can't count.
What? Did you miscount my shields or something?
No, I thought, for some reason I saw 6 mana down there, like the way you have it stacked.
No, I'm only at
Fucked
5.
up my eyes, yeah. And I was like, wait, that lost patrol. How did that happen? Bounced it 2 fucking days.
No, I remember I had 2.
I
talked about that.
No, we got there, yeah.
Alright, so
Figured
I
it
don't
out.
need Finbar now. I do need Lyre, and if he has either Lyre or Finbar or Piercing, I lose, but I will tap. This is probably the thing I need to kill soonest.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm gonna...
The Sky Crusher would
I'm
be
gonna do that, yeah. But if he has that, I could just lose. If he has Sky Crusher, I could lose. If he has Lyre or Finbar, it's basically over anyway. He has to have one of them.
Yeah, we drew our 3rd Finbar.
Yeah, this is a very skillful game.
Open!
I also have 0 blasts, so I may have 1, but... Yeah, I'm dead. But... I might as well tap something.
Oh, I'm about to jump Jets and Arbiter next turn. That's happening.
Oh, you actually have mana for that?
Yeah.
Alright, so the best I can do is remove 1 threat, and then you jump Jets Arbiter and have 4 guys, so even if I had Arbiter, I would lose.
Yep.
That was something.
That was a game. Hey, good. That means I,
Can you believe there are people who didn't play Finbar there?
Right? The card's too good. It really, really is. Like, granted, I drew like all of them back to back, which is super
Well, still,
nice.
the first one
On
wasn't
purpose.
bad.
Yeah. It paid off a lot.
The second one was just mana anyway. You needed 2.
Yeah. It's funny because I drew the Andro. I was like, if you had overextended, I would have had the piercing Andro, which would have been insane.
Oh, that was after you Finbarred though.
Yeah.
So that was like a long.
No, that was before that.
Oh.
Because the Andro went down on turn 6 to help me drop my second Finbar, because Finbar went down turn 5.
Okay.
So that was, I just thought it was humorous after talking about the situation. If the Finbar had been the piercing, which we were thinking about,
Yeah.
what would have happened anyway.
Probably should have kept laws anyway and just put a Finbar down, but I don't know. My hope was like last turn, like the only way I would live was if like I broke an Arbiter and got Sasha from my hand or something, but you need an Arbiter to do that.
In other news, Dragons really didn't do anything. It was just kind of summon 5 drops and play Finbar.
Dragons don't do anything if your opponent doesn't play around Herald or you have Nyx early.
Yeah.
But those happen a lot.
It does. Maybe we'll see a Nyx this time.
Let's not say we did.
Put you even deeper in the hole.
Screeching should kill Nyx.
Duel Series. This
Yeah.
is Duel Series 10, and I think we're 7.
I've won like 2.
Yeah, we're 7-2, I think. Is it 7? Have we played?
I don't think
No, we haven't
We
played.
played like slightly less than that.
Yeah, I think it's like 5-2 or something like that.
Either way.
5-2 or 6-3 or something.
I remember it
don't
was
know.
2-0 a long time ago. This hand is a lot better though. We don't have like 7/7 drops.
The choice is yours.
Well, no, it's not because you went first last time. We're switching.
Oh. Oh. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
go first.
we have plays an actual curve this time, so that's good. But we still have to put 2 colors down first. Here you go.
And we have to come into our place, I think.
It's all dragons, guys.
I think this one again just has to go down. It sucks because like the only multis I ran, which I didn't talk about in the profile, were the 3 piercing, 3 strider, which are optimal to go down on turn 1 just because they open up all of my colors and I have enough fire to where I just always see it. So getting those multis down early just helps unlock everything, and it's not like I really want to play any of those 2 against you.
So we drew another spicy play that we might get 2 depending on the situation. Either of these could be, excuse me, you didn't see that at all. Either of these could be actual things that we want to do, but for right now this is not, and we're gonna pass.
And we'll draw, and we done found them. We found it.
Found a Lux, guys. Sweet. Oh, we didn't. Found
We
Nyx.
found our mana.
Oops. Oh, okay. The water mana. Light mana. It has to be water mana.
Both mana. We
Whatever.
unlocked all of our mana.
Alright, so we're drawing good mana. Like, we don't need Terrapit either. And we got the 3-drop that's good. Now you've had an opening hand. Here you go.
So, we're drawing well, which is nice. We kind of drew out of our, you know, like granted, seeing like these 3 is really good, but when you don't have the mana to do any of them early, it kind of sucks. So we kind of got there. I think I just want to throw one of these down, just to throw them down right now. I think it just makes sense and it kind of alludes to the rest of my hand, but I don't really care, I don't think. No.
What you talking about, Carl?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I want to hold on to this or not. Like,
Maybe don't. Maybe throw it on the ground.
it's just kind of fun to do because this is the last Duel Series and we might as well, you know, do this.
I'm not gonna let you jump chase me, Carl.
But I think what we'll do, yeah, what we'll do, we'll drop this down and tap 3
That was a jump chase.
for an X.
Okay. So we actually got some decisions now because we drew things that we could probably play now. So like we can't let it sit there. That is not a thing we can actually do. There is a Herald gone, and he's well away from actually playing things. So the thing we have to be careful of is also that he runs a lot of Shield Blasts. So it's not like Lost Patrol can just sort of go ape. I mean, it could go ape. I guess we could go ape, because a lot of Shield Blasts either don't do anything,
They don't do anything.
or are
unless they've got
small.
a Herald on board.
Yeah, like, well, 1 Kyo's already down, but that'd be like the ideal thing. But, well, not even really with what I want to do. What do we do? Well, like, alright, so it's piercings. I guess piercing's kind of scary, too. It's tough, guys. To grind out here. You gotta also think of what the meanest thing you could do to us on the next turn is. I'm gonna put Scamp down. Because we're not playing against the pile and it's not turn 2. Either of those are good reasons, just pick one.
It unlocks blue.
Yeah.
Hooray. That's the other thing that happened a lot more during the Champs and Open than I just didn't understand. People were just playing colors that, like, they couldn't play. Like, you just couldn't play, like, people just wouldn't have blue mana, they'll cast Reverberate, like, it just happened a lot more than it should have. That was kind of
Only with Reverberate, though, because pile players don't have brains behind hitting. Lost my shit at my own joke.
That's funny.
Alright, so the goal with that play was that hopefully he doesn't have another play. He probably does, though. Hopefully it's not as good as Nick's. Ah, shit. That didn't work.
Yeah, so.
Alright. I feel you, Carl. Alright, so we have stuff now. Like, now we're not going to do this because we actually have, like, a game plan. Okay.
Coming together.
I'm going to bounce it.
Okay.
God, I kind of want to take a Greedy Shield here, so I'm going to. No Kyo. Go.
Oh, damn.
Kyo is actually pretty good in this situation because it just would have fought through Salka. But then it wouldn't have done anything after that. It just would have given him a free creature, which is not good.
I think we're getting towards the end for this guy. I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon.
You could have just played it right now.
What sucks is, like, we've got plays, but I think he's just got better plays. Like, if that last card's Finbar, I'm probably just boned.
That's generally how it is.
So, instead of literally just playing this for my turn or playing this for my turn, I think we're just going to have some fun and bottle and see what happens, because otherwise I think I'm
Oh,
dead.
that's the card you were talking about earlier. I was like, is he holding jump jets? He's going to jump jets me? Is that the most unfair thing that I could have happen? Nope, it's bottle on turn 5.
Literally
Into
bottle.
what?
And hopefully
We haven't even seen the bigger drops. We've only seen Heralds and Kyos.
Heralds and Keys.
And like either of those is kind of unimpressive, but...
So, hopefully something. Cass would be wonderful.
Oh, stop. Cass, Andromeda, Awaken, things... It says like 6 cards I would scoop to.
Yeah.
Sky Crusher comes close.
Sky Crusher is pretty good
It's
right
not
now.
quite as awful, but it's pretty bad.
Like I said, the goal is that hopefully, I mean, that's probably like a Lyra or Finbar.
I gotta
just
cut
kind of curved up. So, oh, and it's this guy. So that's not bad.
That's really bad for us.
Alright, go ahead.
So the whole reason we got rid of Nyx was so that wouldn't come down early. Alright, how many cards in your hand?
Now we're looking at 4.
Alright, so one of them has to be Lyra, which means the game is over. Your go.
Hey. You're off.
He Lyra's my Lyra, then I can't do anything to that unless I top deck a Finbar, which I, again, don't really want to play, because it's still going to kill my Lyra with his Lyra.
Oh, this is kind of cute. We drew this guy. And this is where this is kind of a little more relevant than Arbiter. So, good things. Now I just got to figure out what I want to put in mana. This is kind of cool. I like that this card's all of a sudden being useful. I don't know if I want to get rid of this yet either, because I feel like it's still valuable. But we'll see. Do I just throw the big one down?
You have a Lyra, right?
I think we just throw the big one down. No, we don't.
Oh, wow.
We have 6 for a War Chief, and we're going to have him fight him.
Okay, that's just a Lyra.
Yeah, good. But it gets it off the board now. Keeps you from...
Alright, this is what we drew, and our play is to pass. And we might get Lyra soon. Or Finbard, also great. Finbar is also Lyra right now.
Finbar would be real good right
Come on,
now.
why don't you have any of these cards?
What?
Why don't you have any of these cards?
I don't know. I think he goes down. We're past that one's prime. And we're going to tap 7. No, we're not. Yeah, we are.
Come on.
Yeah, 7. 3 for Nyx, 4 for Herald, and draw 1. And then, we'll play.
This is the only thing I can do.
Oh my.
Triple Rig. I don't even win though, because he has a shield left. Yeah, you're good. If he had no shields left, then maybe he could like drop blockers and I could draw removal, and then I'd probably still win. Which is why Sasha was so good, and why I should have probably taken an extra greedy shield earlier. Because I had the opportunity to, but I didn't. When I bone bladed your bird.
To Arbiter down.
And now it's also Andromeda time.
Yeah, 8 for Andrew.
So we waited a little bit too long. I can still break the last couple though.
Yeah, I don't think I can break your shit yet. I also draw a card off Nyx. So
No, you missed that trigger.
Did I?
No, I'm kidding. There's no timing.
Yeah. I do whichever one I want first. Activate my things as I care to.
Yep. I think they made that rule up when they were like, oh shit, we didn't make up rules for how things actually time in this game, and we just tell them to do whatever they want. Will they be okay with that?
Alright, so...
Right, you can break 4, right? Or 5?
I can break 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5,
Oh,
6.
yeah.
I can break them all, but...
But I also have the Sasha
any
still.
Yeah, so I'm not really trying to do that right now.
Alright, so we need to draw young 2 fast attackers, or 1 fast attacker. Oh, mesmerize.
Hey, that's not actually. That's not bad right now.
Where's the fin? No, there's no Findor. But I'll get rid of the, well, Jesus Christ. Alright, so nothing kills my guy. Well, yeah, it does. Everything kills my guy.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Well, no.
Yeah, you have,
What kills your guy?
That does, because you have Sky Crusher powering it up.
Each of you. Oh, there. Oh, I thought it was just fire.
What?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Oh my god.
I would have read it before I did anything. But...
Sure. Alright, so if I don't take Storm Spark, this is dead. If I attack, this is dead. If I leave Andromeda, I'm dead. So my only real play is to let this die anyway and take your Andromeda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna triple break and...
Bank on a show blast creature.
Oh yeah. My deck has surprisingly few of those.
Alrighty.
Here you go.
Alright, so... I'm pretty sure...
It's comforting to know that even if I have an Arbiter, I still can win.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that knocks him out. So I need to kind of just set up a tad bit more.
Still not going for
Which
it.
I think we can do. I think we can do very well, actually. Alright. Well, it goes down. 3, 4. Yep. 3. Another Nyx. 4. For a Libra.
Excuse me.
And draw 2. And 2 for a Strider. Andromeda kills Regent. And that is a pass play to you.
Oh, great. So he's gonna be able to deal with the Strider.
I've got a lot of ways to deal with the Strider.
Can we let him get it? I mean, it doesn't matter though. Like, if he has another dragon in his hand, he just hard casts it anyway.
Yeah.
The only real problematic, I guess, I don't know, I just need to hope for double Arbiter, really. That's like it. Here you go. That's basically how the game's going. I've been in those situations before, though.
Keep drawing my cards upside down. There we go. Alright. So... I think, do we have the mana to do this with? I think we do.
Exactly, we only run 2 Striders, too.
Alright, so we want to play mana. We want to tap 4 for Lyra. Hold that down. And
It's probably gonna die, but whatever.
Oh, goody.
Now that half his deck is in his hand,
I'm going to tap 4 for Keeper of Walls. I want to tap 1 for Jump Jets on this one. Because I think we're going to go for game this turn.
oh boy. Alright, so Lyra's the only one that can't attack, right?
Right, Lyra's the only one that can.
That's in your mana, just fucking put it sideways over there.
It's over here now. Alright, so. I don't think. I wish I had the fast attack one on board, you know?
Hyperspeed?
Yeah, that'd be really good.
You're like out of mana, right? Yeah, you're out of mana, you have 1 mana.
So we've got this guy, and I think this helps.
Alright, so if he breaks, and I lock those 2 down, he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's quite enough. I need like 3 Arbiters, or 2 Arbiters and 2 other blasts.
2 Arbiters, 2 other blasts, but I gotta make it through this first blast.
Time runs out on me.
Alright, piercing on. Trigger 1.
Oh boy. Turn 0, guys. What also sucks is that even if I do happen, I need an Arbiter though, like, it needs to happen, because he can just kill this in case he's worried about Sasha or whatever, even though I wouldn't be enough because he has a blocker. Bounce one of them, doesn't even matter, I guess.
I think it does. I think if you bounce him, then Herald kills. I don't think you want to
No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's fine to let him keep me tapped or whatever, you can play that again, but yeah. Yeah, okay, so yeah.
Okay, so those 2 are...
That's not a blast, just making my
These are all useless right now. So this is what I've got left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot more than 3. Wait, so if you got double Arbiter, then I could, yeah, double Arbiter is the only way I live.
Okay. So, well, this probably... Oh yeah, this triggers once too.
Well, I would live off Arbiter Piercing too, I guess, to be fair.
Okay. So.
What was the other thing that triggered?
Lost for one.
Oh, I thought that was okay. What else triggers? Jesus Christ.
No, that was it. Nothing else triggered.
Sweet.
Break one. Gotta make it through.
Ah!
Hey!
Oh, should I lose? Well, I'm pretty sure. Unless I have like another blast
You
immediately.
need one more blast immediately, yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just tap these dudes because they are not bone bladeable. That's actually very important because this bone blades could be good.
Alright, next.
Also, that gets rid of his other play.
Yeah, gets rid of that.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so we made it.
No! Wrong shield order. I would have won.
Yeah. God.
Kaijudo, man, you and your variants.
That's some good variance in your way, though. That whole field and I
Almost.
still would have lost.
Well, and 2 arbiters always wins. That's how
what
the
I'm saying.
game works.
I guess I could have waited one more turn, but
Yeah.
it's funny
As
to
soon as you
keep.
hit the first blast, you could have just been like, ah, kill your guy, pass.
Yeah.
I had like 2 cards. One of them was a Gloom Hollow, wasn't doing anything.
I really wanted to draw the other Andrew. That's what would have kept me safe, but I just wasn't drawing it, so thought I'd make it interesting for the people.
Yeah. See, everyone complains about Ragnaros and Brawl, but this whole game's decided on which order you pick your cards.
Yeah. You had 3
Also-
blasts, though. You had what you needed. I just thank God for Jump Jet's loss.
Also, I didn't play around turn 5 Sky Crusher on empty board. That was something.
Whoops.
Your empty board, I mean. Mine
Yeah,
was,
and
mine
my
was
bottle. You didn't play around bottle.
No.
Whoops.
Played around Bottle into Strider. I was ready for that one. Strider was going to get eat the fuck up. Can we say fuck now? Because I've been doing it.
It's alright. We're okay now. I don't really care how professional we are anymore.
Channel's dead.
We're dead.
Shout out to Alterality Games for the last time I ever shout them out. Just kidding. They're a great company. If you play
That's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
correct. You helped.
Great company. Great company. I did that on purpose.
I know. Sounded like Jim McMahon.
He doesn't even have that high of a voice.
You get something.
Anyway, shout out to him. He's running the RG Duel series. Maybe more than 200 people should show up, and y'all should stop being lazy if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! And actually go to good events with cash.
Shoutouts to Ultra Pro. The
Patrick Hoban will
Sleeves
keep
we're
running
not
if you let him. Oh yeah. Oops.
they were a good sponsor.
Yep.
I was happy that happened. So I get to go first now.
Woo.
Yeah. That game took a while.
It did.
We got things. I think we just have to throw this down because that's generally our play. So.
Alrighty, so another hand that looks like it could be okay.
Simply. Okay.
Not better or worse, but okay. Waterman. Yeah, go.
Well,
Maybe that's wrong. I don't even know.
I think it might be wrong. Like, I probably should have kept that. Like, looking at this hand now, like, I think these two probably could have
No, I don't know
been
about
good
mine.
substitutes, but
I don't care about yours.
we'll see. Go ahead.
Mine could have been wrong. Mostly if you have Lux, though. Right now, I don't care too much. One of these can go down. I do this, by the way. So that's
One of
probably
these?
something you can play.
Got a laws on here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, so this is our play now. We came into something good. So I think we just put this down and tap 3 for Logos. And path 30.
Alright, now that we have another dark card, we can put it down and summon a guy on board. Here we go. Because we're not worried about Herald this turn.
Not yet. Not quite yet.
What are you doing?
This will become Fire Mana, as we spoke about in the profile, and with someone else. Got sweet. Let's see if I can force the old Bone Blades Laws play. Back to the good old days.
So Herald's probably coming down next. Conversely, it might just not.
That was a good yawn. I'm out of water. Tears. Something we don't say a lot anymore.
Tears?
Tears.
I don't say it in that voice, but I say it kind of a lot. You could just have a butt hand using Lost to filter. I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to summon my own laws. There you go.
Oh.
I always want to play laws on turn 2 so you can't Logos me, but never happens.
Alright, so now we have interesting plays here. I think we kind of just want to get rid of this right now. I don't think it's doing us too much good. And the rest of our hand will be useful depending on how his next couple of turns go. You have 3 in hand?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's the play. I think we just want to put this down right now. And then summon this and see how he reacts.
Is it the Herald?
Nope.
Okay.
Had the old Nick's Laws play a couple turns late.
In the wrong order, but you know.
Yeah.
Call it what you want. Alright, so we actually do have some spicy plays for future. This is mana. Spicy plays for future turns. So I'm okay letting him draw 1 card as long as Nyx doesn't draw him a million.
Yeah, so Laws triggers.
Here we go.
Alrighty.
Considering that's the only lost trigger I really want to give him this game, then that's probably fine.
So that worked out pretty good. We still have like
Pretty good.
these guys for setup later, and I think we just want to throw this down now. He's got 1 in hand, and I mean
I have 2 in hand.
2 in hand, which is even worse now because if he does have his, I mean, if he's got Lyra.
How's it better that I have 1 card? How's it better than I have 2 of 1?
Well, I mean, it's like the same. It's just it's a little worse.
Yeah, but it's still fine.
Because of 1 more card. But if he's got Laws or Finbar, I think I might
I already have a loss. You mean Lyra?
Lyra Finbar. That one.
Lyra. Oh my god, it's a Finbar and a Lyra. It taps a guy, it doesn't untap, it balances another guy, and you get to draw.
Yeah, Strider goes down. We'll summon Hyperspeed.
Hyperspeed is a good one.
And we'll see if anything sticks. So Lyra's not super great for him right now, but Finbar would be kind of the worst.
Yeah.
That being said, Lyra's just huge, so there's also that.
Yeah. So what we're going to be prepared for is... has to be his Lyra, right? That's just his Armor Dragon, so that's fine. Well, of course, we could also worry about... there's so many things we could play that just ruin us. Sky Crusher being one.
That's Dargans for you.
Yep.
The name of the deck, by the way.
At least Nyx isn't on board anymore.
Whoever said Dargans first, who was that?
I'm not sure.
Someone misspoke at some point. It's probably just a thing that people
Yeah, it's just
say
a thing,
anyways.
yeah. Come on, Carl.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Play the Dargans. I was not on the bandwagon of the fucker right in the pussy. So.
What?
Everyone named their deck profile, or their deck of that on their sheet. Tim Gage, the one judge, was just like, so many people wrote this on their deck.
Yeah, I actually did not.
Wizards, like, someone got upset. I think it was just Tom. But he's old.
This play sucks, but I'm going to do it.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm going to bounce that.
Yeah,
I'm going to break with Boom Hollow. I don't think I'm going to break with Laws because then I would Sky Crusher and lose both of these as opposed to just the one. I can just draw 1 card. Well, let's see what I'll draw first.
This is funny. I'm not going to read this.
You can target it. I'm pretty sure you can't battle it, right? Well,
Yeah.
what is it?
Well, they battle. Yeah, he forces him to battle. When he battles level 4 or less, he doesn't die.
Alright, so it
That's
doesn't
kind of
anything.
annoying.
That's alright.
I think what we'll do is have Kyo just go ahead and battle the Scaradol.
You don't have to battle.
But I want to.
You want to kill your guy?
Yeah, because I'm going to do it next turn anyways. Yeah, something against it.
Oh, wait,
You
wait.
can't stop it.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I thought that was level 4 list. Never mind. Here you go. Yeah, why did you even... Yeah, why'd you read him? You know it's level 4 list.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure that the text was correct, that it's not just those two having it out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it works.
If it's level 6, it's just always can win.
Alright, so you got 2 in hand?
Yeah. I did not want to break. Well, actually, shit.
Oh.
Well, no, I don't think breaking is ever right here, because then you would lose it. Yeah, that's fine. So now Sky Crusher doesn't do anything. Finbar does. I mean, Finbar...
We have options. I don't know if we just want to set up more. It looks like I kind of have to get behind to get ahead in this one. So I think we're just falling slowly into the hole. This Laws is kind of a pain. I really hate that, like, it might just culminate in me doing this next turn, but we'll see. That being said, I might just have to put it down because I need the mana. And
Just bottle.
Yeah,
Worked out.
I do want to set these two up, so I think this has to happen in order for me to get any sort of ground on him right now. And that being said, like, he had to put a Lyra down, so hopefully that means he just doesn't have another Lyra Finbar.
I mean, you gotta assume one of these is a multi-set.
That being said, he yeah, that's also true, but
because ideally I would want to play Finbar or Lyra and follow it up with the other one.
right. But the fact that like
I could just have another Finbar or Lyra.
it's very often that like, I was in that position 2 games ago.
And I was like, he's a multi-set, sweet. I'm just kidding.
So I think what we'll do is Bottle will go down. I think we're getting past that one's prime.
No, it's never past Bottle's prime. You're nuts.
4 for Herald or Hyperspeed and draw.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And then your play.
Excuse me, that was gross.
Grotesque. Oh, this ball is
What are you doing right now?
fixing myself. This ball makes pants right up.
Stop.
Boxers are like way too deep. Ugh,
Super nasty.
In other news, my back's feeling better.
That's good.
Must be Kaijudo.
Must be. Alright, so he's going up to 8 next turn, which means...
Shake the camera more.
Sorry. Alright, so Infernus is gone. Infernus is actually pretty scary right now, because it's not like he's on the verge of death. But Andromeda is something to watch for. I'm trying to think.
This is our first close game at all.
The last one was close until turn 5.
It was just back and forth. Like, I had insane board, you had like decent answers, and then I just blew up.
Yeah.
And you had a bunch of shield blasts.
In the wrong places. All the right blasts in all the wrong places. I think a magazine. Alrighty. So I should probably think about my play sometime soon.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We're at 40. That's gonna be a long duel series. Thank God for open.
Was this just the matches?
Hmm?
Was that also the decks together with them? Or?
Yeah, Derek's got there with them.
Oh, so it's together. It's 40. That's
No,
fine.
this is 40
Oh,
just for
just
the
asked
match.
that. Damn it!
Yeah.
Literally just asked
I
that.
have like 20 minutes of deck profile.
God, this play is so bad.
You're bad.
Wait, never mind. There's only one play in my hand.
Oh, good.
I'm an idiot.
Is it a big one?
Not really.
Is it a fat one?
I mean, it's resilient to Sky Crusher, so I guess it's fine. It's usually what I lose to.
Hey,
Just dudes. And no breaking because,
the fear.
yeah, I mean, I will lose my laws.
Yeah.
Here you go. As much as I love more cards right now.
Alright.
In that situation, we really just want another Finbar, but we didn't have it.
I just don't think I'm ever going to be able to get rid of this loss.
Oh, wait, mine?
Yeah. Like, the good news is I can clear
You
some
run
stuff
Star
on
Spark.
board. I really wish that Hyperspeed was a Herald right now, because then I would just be happy. The good news is this won't give him any sort of card advantage, and I mean,
That seems pretty good.
yeah, and it lets me clear a decent threat and maybe forces him to lose his Lost Patrol. And then hopefully he just doesn't have a good card in his hand. I guess, yeah, we'll see.
Ah, he's arbitering me.
We'll see what happens.
Maybe he's arbitering me.
That being said, I could just drop this guy, but then that's a pain too. I think we'll wait on that one. This will go down, and we will summon Arbiter, tap those two, and kill the Finbar.
Finbar down.
Alright. And I really wish I could get rid of that Strider, but sadly he's just got too much power. Two play.
Sweet baby Jesus, be a monocolored card. Yes!
Oh, it's Sasha. Fuck.
It was going to be revealed anyway.
Oof.
Alright, so now we pray and spray. This is the whole game plan here.
This is literally
Is
the game
that
plan.
this can't be targeted, and then this will win the game. As long as it stays.
Need Arbiter, Kyo.
Just need nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. You could have a piercing. This would tap that or bounce it. Yeah. Triple break.
Which, there's
Sure, yeah.
No, you got it, boss.
Oh,
It could be. No, never mind.
what
it's
could
right
it be? Oh, shit. That's why you run that.
Yeah, I probably should have just summoned Andrea last turn. But
I would've
think
done, yeah.
we would have been in the same situation because then he would have had Finbar and he would have gotten advantage back anyways.
Yeah, I was at 6 and I was deep in the tank about whether or not to play Strider or Lost Patrol or Sasha. What's wrong with that statement? Is that I couldn't summon Sasha.
That would have been great.
I put down...
That would have sharked the hell out of you in tournament.
I wouldn't have been able to... Like, I would have put something in mana and then realized, oh shit, it goes down tapped. Probably should have summoned it. I shark myself. People are like really scared. Well, now that I don't matter because the game is dead.
Now that I don't matter.
No, because like
now that I don't matter.
I used to be the world champion of a game that actually existed,
Yeah.
but like people were actually scared to shark me. Like I would like I would like a KMC almost at a regional, but like I did something, and like
They weren't sure if you were correct or not.
I had like a 2,500 guy and a 3,000 guy against his 2,500 guy. They both could attack, and I was like, crash. I was like, wait a minute, my 3,000 guy could have killed that. Yeah, that's all good. Your go. I can't take that back. You know, he never said anything. He was like, oh, I can't do that. I made a mistake.
But that moment when you could have.
I mean, I could have taken it back, yeah, but what's the point?
Still what you could be.
I remembered that mistake, and I didn't make it again.
Hey, yeah. That's good. Use it as learning.
You can't learn if it always works out in your flavor.
Quote of the year. You're champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright. I actually won that game anyway, though, so it's probably a bad example.
So I believe you are playing.
Yeah, because you went first the first game. Holy Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
This is the hand. Yeah. That's actually not as bad as I made it sound. It's just like... Are you sitting on a ball right now?
Yeah.
Oh, we had actual chairs.
I know. Why do you were wondering why my pants are bunching up?
I wasn't really. Here we go.
Alright, so we're drawing things. This hand is awkward.
My hand's pretty awkward too.
One of
We
these
could
will
get
probably
there.
go down later. I think this has to go down now. Like, I just don't see it. Like, I love having it, but I hate seeing it in the opening hand, so I would just put it down. I don't know if that's correct or not, but...
We're kind of losing control of what's good and what's not now.
It hasn't mattered too much, so I think it's just going to go down. This is probably going to be my play in a couple turns, and then this is the only other playable thing, so we'll see what happens. I think, well, no, I don't. Yeah, this will go down first. Start it out, go ahead.
I mean, that's probably correct. I can see it's correct. Alright, so I do want to mention that I had this in opening hand. I didn't talk about this at all, but it's a really good card in this matchup, especially if we're on the play, which we are. It's like one of the redeeming factors. So he's actually being on the draw.
So that means I gotta dump my hand.
Being on the draw would be good against in a lot of situations with Mesmerize and just card advantage in general, and as long as he doesn't have a Nyx, but being on the play has its benefits too. And here come the General Shield Blast Brigade. Here we go.
Alright, so that's down. We're tapping two.
No!
Gray Lux. Got it.
Let's go screeching. Now here's this. So another good thing for the situations we're in. Okay. So again, we find ourselves in the he's not going to play Herald this turn camp. And with what we just drew, I think it's fine to play... What sucks is that we're putting both of these down, but
Hey,
they are literally
no more shield blast.
useless. Well, that's not true at all. Yeah, here you go. It also kind of negates the bird aggro plan, but I'd probably just let him break here anyway. But if he wasn't Carl, he wouldn't know that. And he'd be like, oh, he doesn't want me to break shields. And he'd like maybe try to go out of his way to get rid of this and whatever, you know.
Oh, that being said, we're not drawing well.
Good! Yes!
I need to find a way to dump the majority of my hand here in the next couple turns before he draws a million. Or at least be in a position to where him drawing a million won't be that big of a deal. Sadly, I don't have anything I can do this turn. So I think this will go down, and then it'll be his turn. Like, I probably could have just taken a shield there to negate him doing the 5-drop thing, but I guess I kind of want to force that to happen anyways.
Speaking of 5-drops, that's a scamp. Alright, so speaking of 5-drops, he doesn't have fire mana, and his hand can't be, like, see, look. This is how I think in my head when I'm playing tournaments, like, see, look. True story. Alright, so the only reason he would have put that Andro down, instead of a fire card, is if A, his only fire card's Herald, so we don't have to be worried about Herald, B, he has 2 Andromedas, which means we should be really worried about Herald. Or he doesn't even have Herald or any fire cards. So that situation is fine, but there's only 1/3 of situations here. So, like, if he has Herald, like, we just don't have an answer to that right now. And he doesn't have a play this turn, which means he probably doesn't have a play next turn, because, like, what are the 4-drops? Like, we can't just hold this Bone Blades and get Laws later, so we have to Bone Blades now. We can't just wait on it. That was actually the card I was talking about being on the play.
Gotcha.
There you go. Because it's really good against Nyx, but it's really bad after you've already drawn off Nyx. You know what I mean?
I think I feel you.
Yeah, you feel me?
So I think what I want to do here, and this blows,
Good.
but to keep him from drawing, I
Yeah,
guess,
fire
more
card.
cards that are relevant, I think we just piercing this back to dump a card out of my hand, put another one in his, and force him to draw, I think, 1 card. If that's how the math on that works. No, he's going to draw 2.
I would draw 2 if that was
Yeah. So, if he decides to throw it down.
Well, this is what we have now. He actually made a pretty good play, and I probably should have broken with this last turn if I really wanted to commit to that, but if I hit Arbiter, the whole thing would have just spiraled out of control. So it's probably an unnecessary risk, especially with that being his only play. Like, we forced him to make a really shitty play, and we're okay with that trade. And we have plays for the future. I think these are both better than this card, so we're just going to put it down. And it also has the advantage of being one less card that he knows about in our hands, and he knows about nothing out of the 4 cards we have.
So he
So we're gonna
draws
draw 2.
Yeah, this card's cool. Lets him draw 1 for each card he has less than in my hand,
And then draw
and
1
then
more.
draw 1 extra on top of it. So
It could have just said draw cards until you have 1 more card than your opponent, but we wanted to make like 5 lines of text. So.
we being the turn. we. Us.
The royal we. You know.
Alright, so we've gotten to this point again where I just don't have plays.
Wow. That's fine.
I think the progression is just going to have to wind up being these 2. And I really hate to throw this one down again, but I think we have to in order to make any sort of progression at all.
Jesus Christ.
The good news is I only have 1 Andro to hit still.
Yeah, but there's Infernus still, so that's like 2 Andros.
Yeah.
In fact, Infernus would shut me down more than Andro.
Infernus would be insane right now. I would love to see
We should stop
Infernus.
talking about it because the jinxes. Alright, so we want...
Hey, I'm loving Infernus.
Spells go to your hand, right?
Spells get cast if they're 7 or less. Don't you remember how bottle works?
Oh yeah, because they get burned, yeah.
Yeah.
So like jump jets would be ideal. Outside of that, the Storm Spark that's already gone would be ideal.
Any sort of creature.
Piercing would be fine. I don't really care for piercing's my guy.
Yeah, because then you just draw more.
Tiny
Well, no,
creatures
you
are
don't.
fine. Anything that's easy to deal with, like a bird or something, would be fine. Dragons are a problem. Laws is less the problem, but dragons are the big problem. Here we go.
Going for a Dargan. Hey, Herald.
Alright, that's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, could have been worse, but that's a Herald.
You're good. Alright, so how many cards in your hand?
What are we gonna do?
Alright, so again, the odds of tap dragon are pretty low. I mean, they wouldn't even be that great. It's probably like Lyra. Lyra's probably a card in his hand.
You have 5 now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right? I think so.
Yeah.
So...
So I guess my biggest fear right now, like, probably just big
I'm not
things
going to
like
play this Gloomhaul.
Finbar sucks.
It
Just
sucks
any-
less with me only having one guy.
Any of his 6-drops suck right now, though, because, I mean, it just continues to put me behind.
So we're going to make Herald not optimal.
This has become an uphill battle.
We don't want
Right.
Herald to be the optimal play. And then next turn we have things to do as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
The expectation of Finbar. What?
Bouncing Andromeda early would have been really bad for us, because then he would be able to get more shield before we could get aggressive. Because he only had like the 2 attackers on board after that. It wouldn't have been good at all. So we're glad he didn't hit that, because then you have like 9 shields before I can be able to go aggressive.
I think we just want to... This is... Oof. That moment when you probably should have just held the jump jacks. But...
I mean, now that you have the Herald in your hand, it went like 3 different places.
Yeah, mistakes were made. Oh, you have 2 in hand?
I have
3. 3. So one of those is probably Finbar.
You always have to expect
Which
Finbar
makes-
against tempo.
Any of these plays are bad right now. Like, this one's not awful, just because it lets me kill a guy now. Force him to kind of do Finbar anyways, and then I can follow it up with any of these other guys. But, I'm just behind. I need a really good Shield Blast if he decides to get aggressive next turn, and I think that's literally my only chance at actually bringing this game back. That being said, I don't really want to put any of these down to mana because I just don't know what situation I'm going to be in next turn. Like, if it is Finbar, I kind of want to have this in case I draw into the other jump jets, but them's the breaks. So I think what we have to do is put this down. Just because...
And again, we don't even know if that's the one. Like, we don't even know if we're just sitting against him without him talking, if that's the one we bounced or not.
And then Kyo down kills that, so...
Yes, that's a fair play.
Yeah.
And you have how many in hand?
I have 2.
Alright, so still 2. Obviously not, probably not Herald at this point. We can just assume that at 7 he has better things to keep than Herald. And also, if he had, no, that's not. Yeah, if he had a Lux, he would have played it, because he would have been able to Lux Herald, so we don't need this. And it also makes us able to do Law's Lost Patrol, which is not an insanely powerful play, but it will keep us ahead for now, and he can't Herald us this turn, so that's fine. There you go. This makes our board a lot better for if we have Finbar, or Lyra, or even Sasha at this point.
So I think what I want to do here is maybe just set up, which seems bad, because like I just can't afford to give him turns, but like I think he gave me a turn here. Like, he probably would have wanted to get aggressive if that is Finbar. That being said, it could just be Sasha, and I could just lose the game next turn. But...
To be fair, I don't think I ever would have Finbarred this field, because at the very least you get to replay that and kill
that. Exactly. So, like... It's just kind of a pain. Like, I haven't gotten a swing yet. Like, I'm really just banking on some giant swing card, but I don't think...
You already played it.
Yeah, we're not anywhere near that position yet. And I definitely don't want to play this since he's got Laws on board, so that'll go down.
No, we were hoping that he would play that. Yeah, that's not a big deal. 3, like, it's fine to draw 1 card to your opponent's 2. Like, it's fine for your opponent too, but as long as they're spending 3 mana and you're not, that's the big deal.
I think what we have to
Wow.
set up here.
Just kidding, casting Storm Spark.
It's play Lyra, and that's going to tap down Lost Patrol. You gotta quit banging the table.
I'm sorry, I didn't really do that bad.
Yeah. Give the people seasickness.
Alright, so Lyra's in play, and you have 1 more card in hand?
Just 1 in here.
Alright. You have 7 mana? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So, still not worried about Andro quite yet. I'm just going to dump my hand this turn, because I'm already at 7. So I'm going to play Lost Patrol, and I'm going to Piercing tap, Bounce tap, excuse me. And I'm going to kill that.
That blows.
And Breaking the Shield here is pretty questionable. Arbiter, like, if I hit a blast, it's only going to be able to deal with this, really. Piercing is irrelevant now. He wouldn't even probably want to, but he'd probably still do it, but that'd be fine. So, like, there's really nothing we're scared of because Bottle's gone. So I'm probably going to. Like, any blast creature would kill a max of 1 guy. And, in either of those situations, the guy also dies because I either Avenge Kill Arbiter or it trades with this, so I'm going to break. Yep, you're good.
Alright.
This sets us up because we have so many power cards that we could just top deck now.
Yeah, we're in a bad position. I think what we want to do is just kind of resummon this. This is going to go down in mana, and we just kind of gotta pray that he just doesn't top deck anything relevant. Like if it's just another Dirtle creature, cool. Like he's not going to top deck a Terror Pit.
That's not going to happen.
Arbiter,
that would be pretty good.
Arbiter could be cool, but like he's got a bunch of stuff that he could top deck that would just be a body. So I think,
I've also seen 0 Finbar, 0 Lyra so far. So here's the hope.
Yeah, that being said, we're just going to replay and Lyra that down. And then say go.
Gotta assume it's going to be... Gotta assume he's going to play Andrew.
Yeah, it's not a Finbar because it would have slapped that down immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Lyra, so...
I mean, gotta assume either way you're going to play Andrew.
Yeah.
Alright, so you have 8 mana and 2 in hand?
8 mana and 2 in hand.
Alright, so this is going to die. We're just going to accept that and play a Scamp. And
Everybody.
I think we just have to... Like, if he Andrews, it's still not the end of the world. And we don't want to, like... Because we can't get closer to winning, really. Like, if... Actually, there's only 1 Andrew left.
There's
so,
only 1 Andrew left.
There's an Infernus. Jesus Christ. Is Infernus that bad? Infernus is pretty bad, but... There's still, like, Lyris to top deck. I don't think we can give you cards right now. Someone has. We need like a Finbar or a Lyra first.
Yeah, optimal things happen there, but that being said, we're still kind of playing this uphill battle. I still can't get rid of walls, and I think that's going to be the problem card that's probably going to do us in unless I get a giant swing in shields over the next couple turns whenever he top decks his Finbar. And I'm nowhere near going for games, so it's just...
That means he doesn't have Infernus, thank God.
So we're just playing the one-for-one cards and just trying to pick our way back to a decent board state. So we're going to go ahead and tap 7 for Sky Crusher to kill the Scamp, and then Lyra will kill that guy.
So Mini Infernus, a lot better than Big Infernus.
In your play. Good news is I don't think he's top decking as well as he probably wants to.
Well, when do I ever?
Make game 4 a grind. We are reaching the hour mark in this game. Oh, it is Finbar. Lovely.
As much as this is great, I'm just gonna, like, either of those were gonna be pretty good against my board. But like, you have to replay one of them either way, so I'm gonna make him play the slightly more expensive one. It's not actually that bad. Like, there's only one LWF, which is like the only redeeming factor to this. So I'm just gonna break as much as possible, and like in 3 cards, which I hopefully get 3. If not, then I might get another one. But then hopefully I draw like either a Finbar or a Lyre or anything else that I can follow up with, because I obviously don't have a hand that I can follow up with right now. So I don't think it matters quite which one I go in with, because Kyo would let that fight anything. So I'm gonna like let the big one stay. So if he has to piercing me, he has to like fuck with that instead, because that's the dangerous one that's gonna die anyway. So draw. Yep. Draw. Tap it. Not bad. And I can't actually kill anything with this, so I'm gonna continue the line. That was a horrible play. There you go. Was it a horrible play? Yeah. Alright.
Draw. Yeah, I kind of needed that loss tapped.
Yeah, I need to do attack. Did I? I don't know. I don't think I should have attacked in retrospect.
So I think we can clear his board now. And then hopefully set up with this over the next couple turns. Like, that was the swing right there that I needed to happen, and he did it. So, I mean, if he hadn't done it, I could still clear his board, but... Or I couldn't clear his board, but I could just leave this on board and kind of set up a little bit more, but... Clearing his board is much more optimal. I wish I played mana last turn, but couldn't have foreseen this card coming.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I have 1 turn to win before cast. Don't think I can do it, guys.
So, I think what we'll do, there's no way that I can do everything that I want this turn, so I think we kind of have to let this one go.
Oh boy. Tears. I already has a million cards, so it's fine.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. This works out fine. We'll tap 7 for the Sky Crusher to kill, and then tap 1 for the Jump Jets.
Woo!
So
Drawing a card though.
He draws a card, which is fine. You have 4 in hand now?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so...
This actually wouldn't be a terrible
Lyra
position
kills,
if he didn't
Lyra
have
kills,
Cass.
Sky Crusher kills.
Cass is so good.
And then, that'll force play you.
I'm gonna put down the Duel Sieve here because my hand doesn't really need it. I'll just tap the Sky Crusher, and that at the very least means he can't do anything more than like... Yeah, it's fine. Go. So he's gonna cast, and maybe Lyra lives 1 more turn, but it's still gonna die in the end because Cass is coming down.
Alright, so I think we have to continue to set up 2 for Lux, 7 for Arbiter to tap, and then kill. And now, the choice to break or not. We can break 1. I think I'm already... Like, I still feel super behind. Like, having 1 shield is super nice, but I just can't bank on, like, seeing Andrew anytime soon. Which is such a pain.
The old one-up.
And, like, if he just has, like, a million dudes, like, I'll just lose. So I think what we have to do is pass. Because I'm still holding this guy, so there's hope.
You have the 2 left.
I have 2 in hand.
And ability to break 6. 7 shields, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, like I could just possibly go for game if he sets up something that I can't get over, so.
Untap that again.
Yep.
If you don't have another tap card, here you go. This obviously was a card we drew, just I put it in mana. In case they're following along with rapt attention to my hand.
Oh, he just keeps summoning Lyras.
The first one was easy to deal with.
Like, I really want to set this up. You have how many hand?
I have 2.
2. He's like getting towards the point where he's trying to like summon Sasha and a creature, I feel. I feel like that's what we're leaning towards here. And it looks like Lost Patrol Sasha's probably going to happen soon. And this guy can't do anything
Or
about
Strider.
that anyways. So, also Strider, you probably could have just done it last turn and then I would have lost.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I'm saying it's top deckable.
I really wish I had a Nyx on board. I think we'll just go ahead and tap 5 for another Lyra.
See, that's so good.
I know, but that's
You're saying I keep summoning Lyras.
still feel behind. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Probably should have broken there. I think that would have been correct. But like I said, if he does Sasha, then I think I just lose anyways.
Here's the hand now. So, like, none of the things we can play right now really matter on board. But there are also things I'm not going to have time to play later, either from being dead or for having actual things to do that'll win me the game, hopefully. So do I just summon one? Like, he's going to cast anyway, so like he'll just force 1 attack to clear it. And if he doesn't, then I'll just have 1 extra thing on board. So I think that's... Actually...
Silence sets in.
There's only one of those left too, and I think I do need an Arbiter and Shields pretty badly. But I'm going to put it down because it doesn't do anything on board. It's kind of stupid to play it. Because like even that could kill it at this point. If he taps it with Cass.
Shield blasting counts as summoning, correct?
For Infernus?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Well, seeing as how I'm summoning it, I'm probably going to just try to go for game.
I'm actually unsure.
I guess we don't have to put that down. Actually, I think we can do both these.
Oh my god, I was about to... I can't even read the Shield Blast text on this.
I know,
just...
yeah, because none of them have it.
Jesus. One of them has to have it, right?
Shield blast creature, one of them has to, I would think. I don't know which one.
I don't know.
But anyway.
Like, I'm really not sure if it's summoning or not. I thought it said, like, put it in the battle zone for free. May play it for free? I don't know. I have no idea. You're playing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Furnace.
Well, we're going to have to figure it out if I get an Arbiter, so...
Yeah. So, we'll see if we get there. Damn it.
Like, the 2 people watching are like, ah! It doesn't, you guys!
For 2.
Oh, man. Probably could have used those cards earlier.
2.
Does this kill anything?
Kills logs.
You have 2 attackers?
I have 3.
Arbiter.
Yeah.
It's actually an Arbiter, so now we have to figure it out.
Yeah. So...
You're attacking, right?
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Either
So
they're
we have
both
to find
tapped or
out.
I'm dead, so... I kind of hope I'm dead.
Infernus says... your opponent can't summon creatures that have power 4,000 or less. So to shield blast creatures they summon. Is the question here. And I'll start reading through cards, see who gets there first.
Look through the Vortex stuff.
Shield blast. Instead of putting this creature into your hand from a broken shield, you may summon it for free.
Jesus Christ!
So,
Like, I think I was still dead, though, even if I could do that, because then I would tap the 2 attackers, you'd have a blocker, and then I do have this, but I couldn't even summon this,
right.
so I'm dead. Because
Okay.
this is my entire hand was just these. Alright.
We got
So I've lost, like, the millionth duel series of my life. And 2 and X in lifetime against Carl in duel series.
Can't win.
No, I can win games. That one where I top decked Sasha was pretty cool. Or I top decked Sophia and played Sasha. It was
top
pretty
deck.
cool. No, I top decked as a dual, the mono Civ mana. I was
Oh,
holding
yeah.
Sasha for a couple turns.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if you top deck 7 at this point.
No.
We've seen games based on arbiters, like most games we play are based on arbiters. In fact, I think every game we play has come down to an arbiter. Either he has or he doesn't.
And Furnace is good protection against Arbiter.
Yeah, who knew? You played it and the champ said you didn't know why, and we figured it out.
Yeah. And Furnace stops Arbiter. Good.
It makes sense that it would be a summon to make Shield Blast creatures slightly less broken.
Against Infernus.
Yeah, in that one situation. And of course, Furnace does not coexist with Shield Blast creatures in Standard, so it doesn't matter. For those of you still playing Standard.
So, last game, and I am on the play.
My last game of Kaijudo ever. Sweet, good lord. Ooh.
Woo!
Okay. I'm gonna make that work.
This hand actually is the most playable of any I've seen in the past 3 outside of game 1. I think one of these just goes down first, just in case the multi-sys situation comes into play later. Yeah, we'll do that. Good.
Alright, so this hand would be a lot better if I was going first and had the appropriate colors, but whatever. So that's probably the only thing we can do that's really relevant in the next couple turns, so here we go.
Alright, and we're drawing good things. So I think we'll just continue to...
I don't think I shuffled enough.
Yeah. I think we'll just keep setting up. I don't know if this card's going to do anything for me right now based on this hand. Like, if I draw into a way that this becomes relevant, I'll be upset, but we'll see what happens.
What we got there. Alright, well, this is basically unplayable now. Here we go.
Draw one. And, I think this is the choice where we just decide between birds, and I need light mana anyways. So, it's going down for summoning Nyx.
Alright, this would be really awful if we didn't have him mesmerized. So now hopefully he only has 1 Herald in his hand. Or 1 level 5.
Yeah.
Still not great
My
because
hand's
more
pretty good.
things. Yeah.
So, if he's got Bone Blades, it's just kind of, I gotta kind of draw something good next turn, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there next turn.
Yeah, we really need good things to happen next turn, but I think can't let him draw yet. Here we go. He has the 2 best cards in his deck in his hand, though, so we'll see what happens.
Right.
I think the best is right there, but
Yeah. What sucks is that I think I have to put this down now. Like, really don't want to. I think it's I'm just too many turns away from it, and I feel like these 2 are probably what's going to help me win this game potentially. Now that
is that Finbar and
I'm
Lyra?
on a back foot. It's Finbar and Lyra.
It's Flyra.
Lyra. Oh, I think I just want to hold on.
Put the big ass dragon in another mana. You're not gonna miss it. You're gonna draw more. Trust me. That's how it works, man.
Yeah.
I have to have Bone Blades or Rusalka.
Yeah, this has got to go down. And then I kind of got to hope to draw well for the next couple turns. Good news is we drew a Herald.
Oh my God, Carl. Sweet good lord.
I mean, you want to hold the Lyra for that reason, though, but...
Alright, so I'm actually just completely dead this game. It looked like a good hand and then it wasn't, because I went second. If I had gone first, that would be gone. So it actually matters quite a lot. So he's gonna Lyra? No, he can't. But maybe he can. Maybe he drew another Lyra. I don't understand, like... I definitely would have kept Lyra over Finbar, I think. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought about, too.
I definitely would have.
Just wanting to, like, the...
Because Lyra's going to draw.
drawings, yeah.
Lyra's going to draw anyway, so...
But I figured you had Bone Blades, so there was that.
I mean, now we just
kind
kind
set me
of
behind.
hope that, keep drawing these. Now we just, I don't even know what we're hoping for, that there's no dragons in his hand. We need 1 free turn before Finbar happens.
Yeah, so I think the big one goes down now, and we just kind of summon this and hope to draw more big ones. So...
Oh my God.
And we don't want to bump. Go.
Oh yeah. It's okay, I can't really do anything with it.
Except watch him die.
Yeah. You have 2 names?
Yep. And this worked out well because we just kind of drew into our entire progression, so...
So the best I
luckily
can
holding
do
onto
is...
this was a good thing.
Best I can do is summon Moss, but I'm going to play mana first. I'm just going to have to be the dose of... Who's the rest of our hand? Yeah, it would have been good. Here we go.
Yeah. Storm Spark will go down. We'll tap 4 for our own, and we'll kill the Lost Patrol. And pass play. Yeah, I don't know if keeping Storm Spark was correct, but I think this is just way more valuable. So.
I have to assume it's a giant dragon. so now don't really have much going on. Our way of plays.
He's tough.
I think this still goes down. He's gonna break eventually, and then it'll be useless.
You didn't want to draw a card?
No.
Marino man.
Actually, no, it doesn't work if you already have the same amount. It says you may draw up to the cards in your opponent. So, like, you have to be under your opponent's first.
That's what I'm saying. You still get to draw one, though, right?
Yeah.
No? I don't know.
You have to, like, start the effect, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
If your opponent has more cards in your hand than you may draw a card. Deal with the defense, then you may draw a card. So, I think you have to start out under them. So I guess it makes sense that they word it like that. Usually I would love to kill the Nyx here, but I don't think I can because then he has, I can't do that either. That'd be fun too. That'd be like the primary thing. I think I have to just kill Herald, or tap Herald, and then next turn kill Herald and let Lyra die. By that time I'll be very far behind if he has any other dragons, so here we go. And I don't even know why I'm thinking about this because I know he's just going to Finbar me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You saw my hand.
I know. I mean, this is my only play. It was out of Rusalka.
Cool, cool. I think the Lyra does want to double here. I think that's appropriate. Let me draw one.
I guess. Not even elects to kill.
And I mean, attacking with Nyx here is just kind of,
Blah.
yeah, it gives him a reason to just kind of attack with his laws, which I wouldn't mind right now.
I mean, I can do it anyway because I have Lyra.
Yeah, it would continue to force him to keep Herald down with his Lyra, or help him continue to keep Herald down, which is not a bad thing.
I mean, no matter what I do, you'll have 2 draw engines anyway next turn because,
I think we just keep attacking, draw one,
or at least a draw engine.
and then attack the last one, draw one. And we go. No shield left.
See, if we had gotten 2 arbiters just now, that would have been really good. But we couldn't because they were all there.
He just Sasha's and I lose.
If only. That's how I won the majority of my dragon matchups. I only played 2. One of those can go down. Alright, so no matter what I do, I have to bump with laws, because if I don't, then I die. No matter what. I need to tap something that's actually relevant now, so I'll just tap Finbar, I guess, is the thing I want to kill him most, so I would do that. And then I would bump with laws, because then I need to hope for Arbiter.
Last Arbiter, yeah.
And even then, like, I'm still dead. Like, even then with a 0 shield, Sasha doesn't save me.
Hold on. Okay, I just want to attack.
What did it say?
I just want to see if War Chief Keo works with Finbar. That would be cool.
What do you mean?
Like if I Keo,
Oh, no,
force
no.
Lyra to battle, attack, and it's just...
That one we can figure out.
Neat interactions are neat. Yeah, he's got to have Arbiter. That being said,
Even then, it doesn't really do anything for me.
yeah,
So I need to have a shield left for Sasha to be good.
I think we just go ahead and... I don't know which one's more valuable here. Like, I mean, it's got to be Arbiter, so it's just kind of like playing around if it is Arbiter. What sets me up in the best position? I think his hand's too clogged right now to actually sort of make any sort of swing back, but just in case something retarded happens.
Yeah, I've been dead for numerous turns.
Yeah, I just kind of want to set up the best that I can. And I think that is by dropping...
The only reason you keep playing here, guys, if you're in a tournament, which is not going to happen anymore, but would be to hope your opponent makes some insane mistake.
Yeah.
And just doesn't, like, misses lethal and forgets they can attack for game.
Yeah, we'll pierce it back, drop a Lux.
We have a
there.
reaching target now.
Draw one.
Ah! Actually, this works. Okay,
Yeah.
bounce tap. No. Bounce tap.
Bounce. Tap.
There we go.
Alright, and we draw our one off Finbar, so it's his point.
Cards in hand.
4.
Can I see your grave? How much time's left on the clock?
So much. We're now at 20 though, however.
Cards in deck.
About 100. Been rowing it.
I have 21 left. I think I'll put this in mana because you have a lot of cards in hand, right?
Yeah, 4.
Alright, yeah, makes sense. See grave again? Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Ugh. That was an unwinnable
Hey, bottle's
situation.
about to
Oh,
tap
God.
next turn.
Want to do the last bottle ever? What would you get bottled into?
Alright, I draw next turn. He passes play to me after he summons
This.
whatever.
I would have summoned that and popped that.
I could have just summoned Andrew and killed him.
But you could just
instead,
kill me.
I draw a bottle.
You obviously play bottle BM.
Play bottle.
It's such a BM because they have to like watch you shuffle. You can't. It's like the worst. It's not even automated. Like, oh, give me a second. I gotta shuffle while you know you're dead and you're looking at me do this.
And we wind up Hey.
No. No. That was a cat. It flipped. I wasn't actually gonna like let it sit there. It's probably still gonna be cast though. Like we both know it's gonna happen. Here we go.
Alright. Oh, it'd be on me. Flip my own goddamn card. Hey. You're just gonna flip them all.
Why couldn't that have been your hand?
I drew into the whole progression. Next Herald Byron.
Would have been totally fine if I went first so I could mesmerize your Knicks. I'd have been like, everything would have been a turn later,
Yeah.
and I would have had mana. Although I probably wouldn't have played mana if I went first, so it wouldn't have worked.
Hilarious. Alright guys, so we're going to fade to our faces, talk to you guys for a bit, and then end this video.
Yep.
And we're back. So, the matchup.
Well, first, let's congratulate Carl on the first victory that wasn't 3-2 in either direction.
Yeah,
4-1 maybe.
well,
wasn't
no,
so.
I think we
Maybe.
4-1'd it one other time. I don't really remember.
I think so. Well, no,
It's
it
been
was something
so
you
long.
should have 4-1 me, but we misread the cards and you missed lethal because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the first official 4-1.
Sweet. So, you thought the matchup would have gone much differently.
Well,
You thought like Water Dark Tempo should have just beaten.
No.
Dragons.
It's definitely close. Like, Rush is kind of unfavored with tempo, especially the good ones, and Bant tempo is basically unwinnable, but Dragon's like 50-50 if you draw really well. Like, there's some bad things that happen to us. Like, there wasn't a game we didn't have at least 2 7-drop Shield Blasts in our opening hand. Bottle happened to do a 7-drop the first game, and game 3 we had a great hand. I mean, game 5 we had a great hand, but we went second, which made it awful. Like, immediately. Couldn't mesmerize before Nyx, so that was terrible. But, you know, it's winnable. It's not the worst. It's not like facing against, like, Sword Horns.
Right.
You can't beat that without a Slayer.
That's fair. Like, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like, Dragons was just a lot of fun if I could kind of get back to, you know, the roots of what I think Kaijudo used to be.
Yep,
Before it
just Dragons and
kinda
nothing else.
Got into, I just summoned a bunch of Evos and beat face in, and whoever does it the best and the
Back in
fastest.
the day, it
wins.
was a bunch of Dragons that beat face in.
Yeah. But, I mean, there were other decks that could kind of strive. Like, the control matchup was still kind of difficult for Dragons if you didn't run the tempo-y versions. And then, you know, Rush is always Rush. So, but it was a lot of fun.
So there was like 1.5 decks that you could play any given day.
For those of you who are still watching, I know it's been a while, and we're like an hour 40 deep into this thing at this point. But
They skipped
if
to
you-
the end though, so it's everyone's watching this.
Hopefully, yeah. So if you have any questions, post them down below. We're going to be doing a big discussion video, myself, CVH, and Gorby, the guy who you may have thought had died. He'll be here, and we're just kind of going to do an hour long, just talk about, you know, Kaijudo and from start to finish, everything that we, all of our experiences and the people we met, and kind of give tribute to the game as a whole. I think it'll be a good way to kind of send off the Kaijudo end of this channel.
It may be not safe for work.
Maybe.
But
We'll leave a viewer discretion. We've got a another blooper reel.
Speaking
at
of
some
viewer
point.
discretion.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of content for it, which is a shame. But
you know the game died, so we stopped really doing content for a while.
so that being said, we'll have our last one of that up. I think I even have some funny stuff from Good Times, just all the like dumb crap that I actually got Gruber to say on camera. I'll find out if any of that is you know, worldly
Usable.
friendly. Yeah, it's usable. I just don't know if
In what?
it's appreciated. That being said, I think that's pretty much it. Like, anything to add before we do our discussion video at some point? I'll probably put the link in that down below. I think we're gonna probably record that discussion video before this actually comes up, so that link for the discussion video will be down below. So check that out.
Think of anything.
Please leave a like on the Facebook page.
Hit the
Come check
like
us out.
button.
Yeah, come to the Facebook, hit us up on Twitter. If you guys have any questions, anything you want us to answer at all, our experiences, whatever the hell, just ask us whatever, and we'll talk about it in
Don't
this
get any more likes
discussion.
in this video.
Yeah, no, I don't think I will either. But that being said, like, the Facebook page is there. Please go check that out. We're gonna try to switch over to Hearthstone. I'm gonna give it my all to actually start making content for that because I
Holy
think that's
shit.
what'll get me into it if we can actually find the time.
He can't do anything if he's not recording it.
Yeah.
It makes his relations really weird with women.
It's true.
Sorry, I can't get into this unless there's a camera.
Oh, well, yeah, like, and a
Says
camera
peek at
and
the
you,
end.
like, you have to be there too.
No, God.
I can't make content without, like, you.
This is why we have other people on the team.
I know. Our team is dead. The game is dead. They're all dead. Spencer's been dead. Poor Spencer. He's just trapped. So
I don't think he minds.
I don't think he does.
He got them to book a flight for him and then didn't use it.
Yeah, that was
Did he cancel that in time for them to cancel it?
No, there's no way at all. So, poor Tom Shea.
Poor Hasbro. Tom Shea didn't pay for that. Hasbro paid for that.
Whatever.
They got wrecked.
Hasbro's rolling in it.
Yep.
Which, after killing Kaijudo, they should be. They're not losing money anymore.
No, they're fine. They lost the 1,000 from Spencer and called it a day.
Disappointing. Oh,
Which is actually more than the profits of Kaijudo in the last year, so it's kind of a net loss.
It's getting so bad. I'm so sorry, Ari. We love this game so much, but it's just, we have to say this.
You know he's not watching this.
I know.
I know!
Oh, hopefully someone points him in this direction.
But they won't.
Hopefully Pat sends me a Hyderabad crab. Still waiting on that.
Who?
Hyderabad crab.
Who?
No, Pat or Joe or whoever. I don't know.
Wait, what? Wait, the giant
The
one?
giant one. Still haven't gotten that yet.
It's yours, though.
I know it is mine.
Excuse me. It's open.
But yeah,
Shaping it
all
back.
this stuff we'll talk about more in the discussion video, as well as all the other funny stuff that we'll probably say now that we can
Let's check that out.
better, and that's
Then
down
bloopers
below.
sometime.
Yeah, for sure. So on that note,
Oh, you said Hearthstone, so check out your channel. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not, if you're thinking, I'm not gonna say subscribe or unsubscribe, but if you're thinking about unsubscribe, maybe don't. Maybe reconsider and stay subscribed.
Hearthstone, like I may be doing Pokemon stuff. I'm planning on going to cities with the crew that I went with back in December when we actually
Isn't
started
that
having
this
a couple
month?
videos. December. Oh, there's one that starts at the end of this
Oh,
month,
okay.
like after Thanksgiving and all that.
Either way.
I think there's one before too, but it's kind of far. But yeah, city championships and all the stuff that I was doing in December for Pokemon. I know I didn't record a lot of content, but there was a little bit, and I might, try to continue onto that. And it's going to be with the same crew, Russ and Pat and all them. So stay on the lookout for that. Hearthstone, hopefully more in the future once I get up the gall to actually start making videos. And like I said, check out the social links and hit us up and let us know what you want to see, and we will try to abide.
Twitter at IMCBH.
Yeah, that link's still down.
I have a Twitter. I still actually tweet.
Yeah.
It's not completely dead.
It's just about working out and stuff.
Yeah, it's either working out Hearthstone or like,
Some response to Ricky.
yeah, that happened numerous times recently.
So guys, constant communication. Shout outs to that guy.
Mhm.
I miss him.
I
think
feel
he's-
so bad. I guess I'll talk about this discussion video, but like, we were on the flight and I was waiting for him to get off the plane so I could actually say goodbye, and then he just never got off the plane. Like, he should have, but like everyone else was getting on first, and I was like, I'm gonna miss my damn flight, need to get some food. So I left and didn't say goodbye to him.
Oh. Bye, Ricky. All right, guys. We'll hopefully see you next time.
On the other side of the veil.
And I guess this is for Dave, but fuck her right in the pussy.
Fucker, where's Carl?
Right in the pussy.
Okay.